Hey internet, it's Sarah and you guys are watching Wrapped. This is our 6th episode of Wrapped. This is where you guys will wrap up the week with me. We will go over some hot topics. I'll show you guys some of my favorite craft videos and we're going to react to some crafty news together. Like and subscribe to our channel so you guys can see more of this, and I hope that you guys are enjoying Wrapped so far because we've been enjoying it a lot ourselves. I want you guys to make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm gonna let you guys in on some secrets. I can't believe it, but it is, my goodness, what, 3 days till Christmas now? It's going very quick. Today was our 23rd day of our advent calendar unboxing. If you're following the Glitter Guys advent unboxing, that has been going on in the Facebook group, and we've been going live at noon every day and unboxing a new glitter, and it's been a lot of fun so far. You know, we keep it lively. We talk about some other things while we're waiting for everyone to come on, so if you've caught some of those conversations, I hope you've been enjoying us. So our first story is unfortunately a little sad one. Another crafting company is shutting down. This one's called Extra Arts and Drafts, and I'm in love with their name, so I'm very sad that they're leaving. They're in Fort Collins, Colorado, and they did a lot of arts and crafts in the restaurant environment, and unfortunately, of course, no one could have ever predicted it, but they were slated to open up right in the middle of the pandemic. And I mean, they've made it this far so far, but they are going to be closing down on Christmas Eve. I believe they have another company called Studio Vino. So they're going to be moving a lot of their equipment and stuff over to Studio Vino so that they can keep things going. I'm going to link the article for you guys down below so you can read everything yourselves, but it looks like if you have bought any gift cards for Arts and Drafts, they're going to take them over at Studio Vino because it's the same owners and they would love to see you. So this brings up a really big topic of these kinds of places. So the arts and crafts community don't have a ton of places to gather. I'm sure everyone has the painting with a twist type things, and those have definitely paved the way for more of these kind of things to open up, but unfortunately we just keep seeing them close down. So I definitely hope that a lot of you guys Google these kind of activities in your neighborhood and go support them because they need us now more than ever. This seems to be an unfortunate casualty of the pandemic that they shut down. It's just an unfortunate timing, but it's definitely the time for us, if that's the kind of thing that you're into, gathering and hanging out and drinking, eating, and making crafts, which is absolutely what I'm all about when you put them all together. See what your neighborhood has. Even drops, if you find something really cool too, drop it in the comment. Let us know about it. Maybe it's something we can feature on a episode of Wrapped. Maybe it's something that's close to us and we want to check it out. Maybe someone else might see it and they're in your neighborhood and want to check it out. I think if together we can bring more of an awareness to these kinds of places so no more keep going out of business. Check that article out down below. This week, since Christmas is right upon us and most of us are crafters and we take commission jobs, and Christmas is a big part of that, I want to talk about burnouts. Now, burnouts can absolutely happen outside of Christmas too. This is an all year thing and it's something that you definitely should be worried about. I started crafting for a living in 2015, early in 2015, so I have quite a few Christmases under my belt, and the Christmas of 2015, I absolutely was not prepared for that. We went on vacation. When did we leave? We went for Jason's birthday, so it was the week of November 30th, and I did not see this coming at all, but Etsy blew up, and I woke up to 60 orders already, and I was at my first day in Disney World. So when I got home, it was straight to work, and I was also newly engaged, so I'm trying to plan my wedding and take all of these orders on, and I'm telling you, I burnt myself out in the hardest way, and it bit me in the butt. I took on way more than I could chew because I was afraid if I didn't take those orders that they were going to go somewhere else. But so instead, I took those orders. Some of those people wound up being upset with me because I could not fill those orders in the time that I promised. And although that I had every intention of filling them, It was just too much work for one person, and I wound up burning myself out really hard. I picked myself back up, I dusted it off and started the, 2016 fresh, and I did it again. I took too many orders that year and I burnt myself out a few times. And some of the things that I experienced during burnout was irritability. I was very hard to talk to, if you could even get to me at all. I was unfocused at times, and that was really hard because I also have ADHD, and I know that is a very popular thing in the craft world because us ADHD people are just drawn to the craft world. And I truly do believe that. I have a lot of friends that have ADHD in the craft world, and they also have the same struggles I do, where can't just sit your butt in the chair and work on one thing at a time. You have to do 4 things at a time. So why not just take on more orders? You could do it. You could just stay up all night, right? It'll be fine. It will not be fine. Jason always tried to teach me to keep hours, keep studio hours, business hours, whatever you want to call them, the hours that you work on cups, and that's it. The hours that you answer messages, and that's it. And that's something that I wish that I had implemented in my crafting career, and I definitely did it, and I know that I would have benefited from it. So I think if you guys are feeling burnt out right now, that's my biggest tip to you besides taking a break. Take a little break. Don't take a long break, because you know how that is to try to get back into stuff. And if this is something that you're really passionate about, I know that can be really hard to jump right back in. Take a little break. Another thing that I found very, I don't know, let's say no, let's not say that because I can't say that word. Another thing that I found that was very beneficial was reorganizing my craft room. And I know that sounds a little backwards, doing more work to try to calm yourself down, but it did. I would just reorganize, or I would, just move everything around. Kind of like when you're 13 and you're bored and you're moving your bedroom around, and then you have a whole new room and everything's exciting again. That is one of the biggest ways that I got myself back into crafting after burnouts. And of course, I'm going to speak to all my ADHD friends with this one, but the next best thing that I did to get myself back motivated is bringing in something new. Something new that involved maybe some kind of new accessory or new tool or a new machine. It's just something new that I could learn that, sparked that excitement again. So if you guys are having a very hard time right now with Christmas orders, definitely take a step back. Don't be afraid to message your customers and let them know what's going on. I believe that everyone that is taking these kind of orders should absolutely have a little bit of a nest egg in their business account, so that if anyone asks for a refund, or if you want to offer refunds to people, that you have that ability and you're not stressing yourself out because you have to fill these orders, or they're going to ask for refunds and you don't have any money to refund them because you spent it all. And I know that does happen, but we do have some responsibility as business owners to make sure you keep just a little bit. So that's something that you can absolutely do, is offering, refunds, or offering a discount, on a order in the future if they don't mind waiting a little bit longer. I found, and it was funny because it's something I was very afraid of, is talking to everyone and letting them know what's going on. My customers were so receptive of it. I'm going to say 9.5 out of 10 times I got a very great response from my customers. Don't be afraid to reach out to people too and be like, hey, I took off a little bit more than I can chew, or however it is that you feel comfortable wording it to somebody. Just don't be afraid to reach out to them, let them know what's happening, and give them a few options of how you guys can resolve it. Either it's them waiting an extra few days, or what it might be for your situation. I would definitely not push myself as far as I have in the past. So if you want to learn from my mistakes, I highly recommend it, because not only can this lead to, just you yelling at your significant other or your kids or your friends, or you just losing time with all of those people too, you can actually just totally lose your love for something that you spent so many years building up, and you don't want to do it at all anymore. And I've seen that happen a lot actually in this community. I've been selling glitter now for 4 years, so I've been watching businesses more recent than I have been one myself as a crafter. And I've definitely seen a lot of people burn themselves out and just not come back to crafting. And some of them I still talk to and they very much miss it and they want to get back in, but now they're doing other things. Their life's going in a different direction. Their craft room is now a storage room and it's harder for them to jump back in. So definitely pay attention to your surroundings these days. Definitely, take a break, go spend time with your family, go spend time by yourself. My second Christmas was the time that I actually hired someone to help me. I wasn't making epoxy cups yet. I was doing wine glasses and water bottles with vinyl on them. So I would have her come in and pack my waters. It was such a huge help because that is something that I didn't mind training someone else on. They didn't have to put any creativity in it or, the most skill in it. So it was something that I could definitely trust someone else that wasn't me doing it. That was something that was very helpful for me, but I was also making a lot more cups than I am now. Epoxy cups take a lot more time and you don't have to make as many of them to make up the amount of money that we were making on the other cups. So that might not be the most helpful for some people, but I bet some of you guys could definitely use someone to pack your orders. That was probably my most helpful thing that I got into. Just watching yourselves, getting good night's sleep. Don't drink so much caffeine, drink water. Actually, go drink some water right now. Now that you're thinking about it, go get a nice cold cup of water because that's going to help you guys out a lot too. So I do have a really cool craft video that I'm going to link down below for you guys. It is one of those 5-minute craft videos. This one was a lot of fun. I love the 5-minute craft videos, even if I don't make all the things, which I rarely do, but I really enjoy watching them be made. And this one in particular has a lot of very satisfying crafts, let's say, and you're definitely going to understand that when you watch it. And I'm watching them shave the soap right now, and it was fun to watch. My favorite one was the one with the sneakers, especially because I am a sneaker girl. I love my sneakers to be clean, and when I saw her cleaning those sneakers, I'm like, yes, where's this going? What are we doing? Get out the baking soda. What's happening? But that's not what they brought out. So check out that one. That one's I want to say it was about 4 minutes in. And there was another one that they made these little tutus for this little girl, and I've actually made those quite often, so that was neat that I've actually already done something on that video. Me and my sister-in-law did tutus for ourselves. I don't know who this girl was, but apparently it was me, and that she used to do 5Ks for fun. They weren't that much fun, but they were fun to prep for. I'm just not a runner. And the one was the color run, and we made those little tutus the same way that they'll teach you on there. And then I actually took that, and for my wedding in 2016, I made the flower girl dresses in a similar fashion. So I'm going to link that down below for you guys as well, so you can watch that. And now I guess we should wind it down, and I can tell you about what I got to tell you about, which of course right now is going to be the Great American Craft Expo. The Great American Craft Expo is hosted by the Glitter Guy. If you guys are unfamiliar with it, I recommend checking out the Facebook page and the website, and we will link those also below for you so it's easy to find. And I want to announce 2 of our teachers. So you guys should be very familiar with these 2. One, if you're anywhere on social media, you've heard of at least one of the 2, or 2 if you were at the Great American Craft Expo last year. So Taylor Duncan from Duncan Airbrush, he's going to be one of the teachers again, and I'm so excited. He was a big hit last year, especially when we had him face off with our other teacher, Jessica Flynn. Jessica has agreed to come back and do 2 more classes at the Great American Craft Expo next year, so that's going to be really exciting. Her classes were a big hit last year, and from what I'm hearing from all of the attendees to her class, they all had a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure the Great American Craft Expo last year was Jessica's first expo that she ever got invited to. I was a little surprised because her tutorials are everywhere, but I think she did amazing. She really nailed it for doing something in person for the first time, and I can't wait to see what she does this year now that she's got a few conventions under her belt. And well, Duncan, he always performs amazing. So I'm really excited to have those 2 this year. So now we have given you 3 teachers technically, because the Misfit Makers are going to do a class together. So now we have given you guys the Misfit Makers. They have a Patreon group if you want to check them out. It's Jessica and Jerry. And of course, we just announced Duncan and Jessica, who both also have their own YouTube channels too if you want to check them out, although I'm going to be pretty sure most of you guys already know at least one of the two. The tickets for the Great American Craft Expo are absolutely going to be on sale sometime in January. I just don't have an exact date for you yet. If you like the Facebook page for the Great American and also check out the website, those are going to be the fastest ways to get that information, but I'm going to try to keep you guys as updated as possible on every single episode of Wrapped. If you guys are in the Glitter Guys Facebook group, we do a Q&A session on Tuesdays. It's a lot of fun. You guys can come hang out. But that's going to be another great source of information for the Great American Craft Expo, because I will have real-time updates on anything that we will be able to go over. I was going to say look out for tickets next year, but I was like, no, that doesn't sound right. That's too far away. It really is next year though. I said, you guys sick of that dad joke? I love dad jokes, but that's definitely one of my top is, I'll see you next year. Haha, okay, I'll see you in 2 days. We will have tickets on sale next year. If I haven't said the dates out loud yet, it's August 11th, the whole weekend of August 11th. It's going to be in Atlantic City this year. If you guys check out on YouTube, we have a great promo video for it so far, and we're just going to keep coming out with more things for it. And it's time to get excited about it, guys. I hope that my burnout conversation hopefully made a lot of sense for you guys. Don't be so afraid that you will never get another order again, that you have to take this order and you have to do it by the time that they want it, or you're never going to have money again, you're never going to make a sale, because that's not true. Actually, opposite, you will have more customers if more people will recommend you. So just don't be afraid to talk to them. Don't be afraid to tell them what's happening. Don't be afraid to turn away orders if you have to. Tell them to keep, following you on social media, because when you do need something and you're able to fill it, then, you'll be there for them. And definitely check out all of our episodes of Wrapped. I hope that you guys have a great holiday. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.